Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, here we are. This is potentially the last game of the February Cup finals between Rynus and Rerks. Or Rynurks. We just combine both of them, make them sound like Ganastic and Oric over from Spyro, but this isn't the time for jokes, this is the time for seriousness. Rynus has come all the way through the winners finals, and while he was tested by Prankster Gangster in a full best of 5, he has now gotten to the point where he is not up against Prankster Gangster, no, he is up against another player who wants to be going for what he's doing, wants to be engaged inside of a mech and beast fight. But what's going on now is something a bit more interesting than that. For Rynus, as he came through the winners, means that of course Rerks came through the losers, and the problem is that if Rerks came through the losers, we would lose if he loses this set, and he's already down 2 games. The score is 0-2, Rerks to Rynus. Rynus is up. He only needs to win one of the next 3 games to be crowned the undefeated, yes, wholly throughout all matches, undefeated February Cup champion. However, and unfortunately, if that doesn't happen, Rerks has a long route ahead of him. He's going to have to reverse sweep the entire series, but this is the continuation series. This is starting up of game 3 of the first potential best of 5, and it's all up onto what Rerks is going to do. He's the one who has to seize the initiative and win the game somehow. And over here in the bottom right hand side, he's going to start with a house, get it to about 400 hit points, and it's going to be curious to see what his tech is, but this tech is extremely likely to be some kind of cheese or aggressive option. Notice the location that Rerks has put this house in, not further down, not in assistance, no, not in a location that would benefit. This is probably going to be a 1 den, or perhaps workers will be sent out soon. No additional workers are being made, so instead, no, this is going to be a castle first. And up in the top left hand side, he only needs to win 1 more game, and he's already played so many games on Thieves Isles. He's going to bust out. It's a wonder what he's going to bust out in any individual game, but it is the person who has played back through the entire tournament. It's Rynus. And over here on the bottom right-hand side, no, this is in fact going to be a cheese option. No additional workers were made, but it doesn't look like this is going to be something staid and calm. Rerks is saying he's going to go for all of it. There's going to be a 1 workshop, but is it going to be an expander? Is this with tower? It remains to be seen, and in fact, it's likely it's both. It's in fact extremely likely that one of these will make a 2nd workshop as it gets up there, and then a tower, and if this move out happens against Rynus, he's going to be a world of Christmas pain, but he does have this good setup over here in the natural. And in fact, the location of that workshop indicates, is he in fact going to be going for a fast expansion, or does he have perhaps a mill on his mind? We're going to bring up the protection tab to see what's going on over here, because it's going to be extremely relevant very, very shortly. And what do we see over here on the part of the worker over from Rynus? This worker is going out, but is it scouting or does it have another plan? Both of these workers going up here to an interesting location on the part of Rerks. What does he plan possibly? Is this going to be double mill? That seems what the plan is going to be. This isn't going to be a push to the front. No, it's going to be a challenge directly to the economy, and there's mill number 1. Is there going to be a mill number 2? Surely that's what Rerks is planning. And over here on the bottom side, what's going on over here with Rynus? Is this going to be a proxy, or is he going to be going for a mill himself? This might very well be a case of both players doing the same thing at the same time to each other on opposite positions of the map, and there we go. Both of these mills now generated in full over here on the part of Rerks. And meanwhile, down here on the bottom side, yes, the mill over here of Rynus, but he is in a disadvantage, for both of these mills were started a little bit earlier. His own mill's only at 300 hit points, but this mill is at 550, nearly at half hit points to continue building. Not only that, but there's going to be 2 of them, and the basic units that are created by mech over there, created out of the workshop, can't shoot up. Catapult can't shoot up. Gatling gun can't shoot up. And this is a lot of safety that Rynus is buying over here. This is something he's managed to do quite a bit. But it looks like Rerks is going to out-cheese the Mech Maestro. And now it all remains to be seen on execution. Does he recognize what the threat is? Almost surely not. Rynus hasn't scouted, in fact, at all. We look over here. Has he discovered what the main is? No. Has he discovered what's going on in the natural? No. His vision only consists of this trail down here of the worker. And neither one knows whether or not the other player is expanding. It's a shot in the dark, but in this scenario where the shot in the dark works for both of them, it's actually going to be Rerks who may have the initial advantage, for he is not going for a castle. No, the first gyrocraft is going to start heading over, and is the second gyrocraft going to come through? It almost seems certain that it will. We look over here, and the mill is not even completed over for Rynus, and the location right here for Rynus blocking off this area against anything, but there's nothing coming. There's no raider, there's no beast unit, nothing has come in of whatever sort. He doesn't know that he's up against mech, but the advantage that Rerks has in this matchup is he knows exactly that he's up against mech, and keeping both of the workers here an incredibly intelligent choice, as when the gyrocraft go over, if they do discover another gyrocraft, the very unlikely circumstance or possibility that they do, these workers will be here to go ahead and do everything. This is absolutely disastrous for Rynus. He started the expansion, but no expansion is in sight, and this proxy that he's done before actually served him fairly well on Stream Junction. Actually served him well throughout the entire tournament, but now it looks like Rerks is actually pulling up the gyrocrafts, and this may be a mistake, because this means actually that this first gyrocraft coming out now over here for Rynus is going to be able to do damage first, even though this building wasn't created first. Now we're at 2, 3, and 4 are being started over here for Rerks. If he can get to 5, he can start two-shotting workers, but time is of the essence, and perhaps it's that time that he is worried about. Rynus is going to get in here, and he's going to see that there's absolutely nothing over here for Rerks. He sees nothing over there whatsoever, and he actually crossed over the path of the natural, so he's going to know that there aren't any units incoming. Look at the path that it took. No natural, no mining of the natural, nothing in here in defense whatsoever, and all the workers are being pulled, and meanwhile now, this is go time. Number 4, number 5 for the two-shot have been started over here, but there's still no tower. There's no idea as to what's going on. The advanced workshop, however, is the tech choice over here for Rynus, but that means that he still doesn't have anything that can actually engage into these gyrocrafts. He has to keep his own gyrocraft engaged on the other side of the map. If he doesn't do that, then he has no ability to leverage any pressure and damage, and he cancels the workshop right over there, and it looks like towers are going down now, yes, but now there are 3, 4, and soon a 5th gyrocraft is going to be signing up, and that means that all these workers are going to be two-shot, 60 damage for the group of 5 of them. And over here, where have the workers gone? Have they gone on the longest journey? Yes, they have. And all of the workers are being pulled over here for Rerks. His position wasn't possibly even that bad, and now they're going back. They've decided that they've had too much. And is another gyrocraft being made over here? No. Rynus, however, has re-rallied over into the main, and look at all these workers taking giant attacks on them. They're dealing so much damage. 5 of them now to two-shot all these workers. Will this tower go up? Can this tower go up? The advanced workshop is completely undefended. It looks like there's no chance that can go up, but a tower is going up over here in the natural. And this is the win condition right here for Rynus. If he can manage to hold off, despite the huge economic losses that he's suffering, then there is a tower over here that he can defend, he can rally against, and the fact that he'll have his own workers with the ability to go ahead and repair that gyrocraft might be enough to make something happen out of nothing, but it looks like he's willing to sacrifice the gyrocraft so that this tower can be completed. But will it complete? 2 volleys are all that's necessary. The tower does complete, but these gyrocraft don't care. They're gunning after the workers anyways. And if they gun after the workers, that might be an absolutely end of everything over here for Rynus. He's at 8 supply to 24, now 7 of 24, and there's the repair going on over there for the first gyrocraft over at Rerks. So it looks like the continuation has actually been the reset that he needed mentally to make up this game plan, and this is almost a hard counter if he had been examining the games that Rynus had made. Rynus has his own Discord. He's posting, he's showing all of his videos and his replays, but perhaps that may have come to bite him in the butt, as he's now 20 supply down, and what's happening over here? Is anything being done? No. Mill still not generating in gyrocrafts. No economy over here for the part of Rynus, but Rynus does have a worker trapped out there in no man's land, and perhaps it has something to play for and to come back to. These 2 gyrocraft over here are now being repaired by the worker that's been brought over. A manor worker managed to get through all of the gyrocraft, get through the gyrocraft, through the tower, and through the destroyed Gatling gun, and Rynus has to force GG as Rerks wins game number 1.